Between the years of 1998 and 2020, countless people have gone missing. The sad thing is that many of these cases remain unsolved. One of the most recent reports detailed the disappearance of a woman named Wa Tiba, and she lived on Muna Island. After being reported missing, her sister decided to search the area in the hopes of finding her. She came across her sister's shoes and noticed some footprints that led into the nearby forest. She said that her sister had been worried about the local boar as they sometimes go for people, and said that at the time of her disappearance she was checking up on her crops. After reporting her sister missing, over 100 locals joined the search, which allowed them to cover more ground. It was during this search that a chilling discovery was made. Around half a mile from her home, one of the locals found a reticulated python, and it was very swollen. The group took the snake back to their village, and once they opened it up, they found the woman inside. Unfortunately, she had passed away. The reticulated python is found throughout Asia, and holds the record as being the largest snake in the world. The average size is between 4 and 7 meters, although according to the Natural History Museum, the longest reticulated python ever recorded was found in 1912 and measured 10 meters, or 32 feet. There have been a few reported cases of these snakes going for humans, although wildlife experts have said they will normally go for much smaller animals. Experts though said it's important to keep in mind that reticulated pythons rarely go for humans, and there's only been a handful of cases where this has happened, but noted that if these snakes are hungry and a human happens to be close by, it will attack. The reticulated python are constrictors, meaning they take out their prey by squeezing them. Professor Harry Green said the following: "It would be extremely difficult for me to save my life without help. It wouldn't take very long and it would be awful." End quote. Pythons are some of the most powerful snakes on the planet. They are non-venomous, meaning that the only way they can take out their prey is by squeezing the life out of them. Interestingly, wildlife researchers have said this method only works on warm-blooded animals, with them saying that when observed in the past, this method has little to no effects on cold-blooded animals. According to National Geographic, a boa constrictor was observed squeezing an iguana for over an hour. After this, the snake held onto it, but those observing the event said that after the ordeal, the iguana just ran off. A similar event made headlines when a local farmer in Indonesia was swallowed by a reticulated python. This one measured over 20 feet. Dr. Green said it was a rare occurrence, but noted that there are cases where this has happened. Indonesia is one of the places where it happens the most. Farmers are going about their business and sometimes don't realize that a python is nearby. Pythons will also go for things like monkeys and even orangutans. Villagers said the farmer was taken out from behind, with wildlife experts saying that in this case he was likely stalked by the snake. The majority of snake bites come from self-defense, but these snakes have also been observed waiting close to trails. Dr. Green said that within a few seconds these snakes could wrap their entire body around you. The majority of people who are attacked by these snakes survive though. In fact, out of 60 locals that were interviewed, over 20 of them had said they come into contact with a reticulated python, with many of them having scars from their encounter. A recent mystery from Indonesia is that of the sinking of a submarine. The submarine had lost contact after it submerged, and this caused teams on the ground to carry out an investigation. At first there were hopes that the crew of 53 could be alive, as when the submarine disappeared, Navy officials said they had 72 hours worth of oxygen. However, this quickly dwindled. Navy Chief Yudo Mugono said that several items have been found in deep waters, going on to say the following: "With the authentic evidence we found believed to be from the submarine, we have now moved from the submerged phase to subsunk. If it's an explosion, it will be in pieces. The cracks happen gradually in some parts, where it went down from 300 meters to 400 meters, to then 500 meters. If there was an explosion, it would be heard by the sonar. The submarine is found at a depth that is far beyond the crush depth of the boat. There will be no survivors, assuming that none of those on board managed to escape before it fell below the crush depth. Colin Coe, a researcher in the area, said the following: "The evacuation they're talking about, I surmise they're referring likely to the eventual retrieval of the debris, or whatever is left of the submarine that can be salvaged, with the hopes of at least retrieving the remains of the crew." End quote. As of right now, one leading theory for what happened was that a strong natural force dragged the submarine into deeper waters. Officials have backed this idea and said the sub was likely hit by a solitary wave. These waves are hard to detect and are a major threat to things like submarines. Officials have said they're working to salvage the submarine, but said it's going to be tough as it's cracked into 3 pieces. The Navy said it's waiting for backup from 2 ships that deal in deep-sea salvage operations. Navy Chief Udo Magono said the following: "It's hard to talk about specific timing, but I can say that as soon as help arrives we'll start." The Navy said the submarine may have experienced a blackout, and this stopped the team from being able to carry out operations. So what do you make of these stories? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.